you know. And then they decided to add some bells, which is sweet. For those of you who are Hindu, you understand Ganesha. For those of you who are not, it's important to know that these deities are aspects of God or Shiva that we worship, and Shiva is the same as God. It means the same thing. In Hinduism, we believe that Shiva, God, is in everything. It's in the plants, it's in the devas, it's all over, but most importantly, healing. It is a blood thinner, so aspirin would probably be the closest that I can think of it would be like. And I mentioned too, we do have a noni plantation on the other side of the river, and that property abuts this property.
Construction.
Be able to see the ending of the puja or be part of that puja. I'm going to ask you to stay where you are inside after the puja is over. I will walk you around inside the Eravine. I will explain to you stories on the building of the Eravine. So are there any questions to me right now? You will be able to come out barefooted if you wish. Part of the fence is down, so it's safe for you to come in here, take your shoes off without stepping on the gravel. All of the carving that you see all over the temple had, these were the etchings that they put, and then the silkas would follow this and that tree that you see. Yeah. and that there would be the last one, the 108th one, would be on an island in Kauai. They misspelled Kauai. It was K-A-U, and then they got lost in the vowels. That being said, this is the Mucha temple, and it is the 108th temple. So it's important to know, one thing I know Guru Diva has always stated, if you're interested in metaphysics, become a Hindu, because that's what it's about. It's all about your inner journey. It's not about the outer stuff. It's what's within you. And as I shared with you already, Shiva God is within you in all and in everything that we see, everything, including the stars and all the universes. So keeping that in mind is something you can all take home with you. It's the first time you've heard it. It's important. When we come around, I'm going to ask you, you'll see some etching on the top. Elephant, why might not be fair to the elephant. So they carved 3 elephants. The father holding the world, the mother is over on the right, and then the baby's behind with the... Did you get some pictures of the temple?
Yes, yes.
Good, good. So you got, and also the crystal.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
फोन तो दिया फोन पे
This is the bell. Did you get to? You can all take turns. There you go. This is the crystal, of course, is separate. Now, that is crystal. That's a quartz crystal.
Okay.
Yeah, that is separate. But what I want you to see here is, now remember I said to you, nothing electric was ever used on the Airline. It was done in the ancient architectural way. That being said, to get the granite, they put spikes into the quarry and poured water, and it was a freeze release that created the cracks in the granite so they could get it out. This is Guru Diva here. This is the architect, and he's handing Guru Diva the plans. These statues here is the first group of Silpas who came. This is an example of what they had hung. And then it's all one piece of granite, which is hard for me to figure out how they did it. But that's what broke during the night, because they realized that bell could not handle, these couldn't handle that weight. So that's why we put this over here. That being said, when we first started the Irvine, the building, 1992 is when we started building it. That being said, in those days, they had to, it was like a blacksmith. Every night they had built a fire, they would heat up their tools, here they would pound them and sharpen them. In time, towards the end, they had, I think it was titanium had been discovered, they could use that instead. Now, what happened first of all, they had to worry about the foundation. how are you going to have something last 1,000 years in Kaua'i weather and hold that kind of weight? So Ngurudiva went to a gentleman who was a professor at Berkeley, explained the problem. He went to Rome, he went to Greece, and found out what formula they used to build the temples that are still standing. The key was fly ash, volcanic ash. So they developed a formula, and that's what they used here. And they have not had any cracks, they never had any problems, and that's being used around the world now. It's become quite popular. Over here, this particular Silpa, he came to visit right after these statues were put in. He was with Sadashivanatha Swami, and he kept looking at his watch, he was looking at his ring, he's looking at the man. Finally he said, "Is that me?" And he said, "Yes, it is. We have made statues of the first group that came here to work on the temple." He asked if he could use the email, and so they said, by all means. He never mentioned himself. These men were very, very humble. What he explained was they feel they come back lifetime after lifetime, and in Hinduism, one of the first premises of Hinduism is that we return, we come back, we reincarnate. And he said they come back just to build temples and to repair temples. And he said there is one temple in India, I don't know which one, that had 500 names on it of the Silpas who built it. That's the only temple of all of India that I know of that has recognized the Silpas. So they're very humble, and you can see what a beautiful job that they do. Are there any questions? You're ready to head back? Okay, let me explain something to you. On the way back, some of you might find yourself taking pictures of weeds, taking pictures of strange things, and let me explain. Sometimes it's very hard to leave the gardens. I really understand that. Keeping